Hello, my Aries friends. Welcome to Miss Moon's Magical Cafe, where we talk life, love, and magic. Before we begin with the tarot, I pulled a few cards from the messages from the Mermaids Oracle deck to get just an overall vibe, and I've got friendship, acceptance, and solitude that came out. And I feel like there is a connection that you've had for quite some time that was very important to you. And friendship, I view this as, okay, this could be, an actual friendship. It could be a close connection with a sibling, a cousin, a child, like a grown-up child, or someone that could have started off as a friend that turned into more. And I feel like whatever this connection is for you, you've had to accept this person for who they are and where they're at, and there's some kind of solitude associated with the situation right now. So for some of you, I feel like if you have lived with somebody for a long time, you or that person could be moving, and so it leaves the other person alone in the house, or feeling that way. It could be like just a turning point where you've had to accept, and this could be a turning point that you have initiated and it's a little bit painful, and so you're having to accept and let go and heal. It can also be a situation where the connection has taken its natural course, and maybe you guys have parted ways, and it's obviously going to be a little bit different for everybody, but I do think that that's the overall vibe for you guys, is just and for some of you, there could have been an imbalance in this relationship where maybe one person was pulling a lot more of the weight, or maybe there was an imbalance as far as like emotionally, something could have been taxing, and so there might be some kind of release where one or both people are able to sort of like move and progress onward. But yeah, so that's the initial message, which you guys, these cards are so beautiful. Like, I just love these. But let's see what the tarot has to say. What are some messages for the sign of Aries? What does Aries need to know right now? And the Four of Pentacles just flew out. Okay, Four of Pentacles. The Empress. And the Judgment card. Okay, guys, so I feel like these cards are really backing up what these ones just said. So in the past, you could have really nurtured and kind of like protected this connection. I feel like you could have been really nurturing towards this person, whether it's, like I said, a friendship dynamic, a child, a partner that needed, you know, more, to be shown more love and like nurturing qualities that maybe that they didn't get. Whatever the dynamic is, I feel like you are accepting the situation and you're letting go. So if that means you're letting go of the expectations that you had for this connection, or you're moving, or they're moving. But I do feel like for a lot of you, this could be something that there is a sense of loss, but there's an acceptance and then a willingness to move forward, because like judgment, this is very different energy from this, because you've got, you know, this woman, she's just really clutching that bag, and you know, and it doesn't have to be anything material, but you could just be like really holding on to something, and then out of love, out of acceptance, you know, it's sort of free to go. This could also just go back to that old saying, if you love something or someone, let it go. And if, what is it? If it returns, then it was always yours. And I also think that because you put so much energy and care towards this connection, you might have, I feel like there's a little bit of sadness with this, but let me see what else is coming through. So if Aries releases this connection or has a conversation, transforms it in some way, what can they expect moving forward? What can Aries expect moving forward with the changes? Okay, so we've got the Hermit, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, so after you go through this period of solitude and enlightenment, because the Hermit usually does this, they choose the alone time, so they have time to recharge and reflect. And then what happens for you after you do this, after you kind of do your own self-care, is the right people start to show up. So friends you haven't seen in a while, like if you let, someone go that was really just draining you and taking you for granted, then once you let that go and you start to give that energy to yourself, then other people catch that vibe and they want to give to you also. So I think what's coming in for you is relationships that are much more balanced, that are much more, like you won't feel so kind of like held back. And it's like you'll have a new mindset around like what's possible, the future. you know, what is that going to look like for you? And so I feel like this is going from, like I said, accepting some sort of loss, change of environment, to welcoming in support from others, and then a whole new chapter is forming. Another thing I'm getting with this Empress card is if some of you were wanting or expecting a child, and maybe it's been a little bit hard or it hasn't been working out, or maybe you've had some kind of like disappointment or loss, just know that things happen in their own time, and if there's some kind of sadness around that, you are supported. And even if you don't feel the best right now, it's like not only if you want it, there's support around you in this world, but you have to remember also that there's support from your family members that have passed on. There's support from like positive spiritual guides that love you and care about you. And so I think if you just sort of, I want to say, look up, and that could be literally or it could be figuratively speaking, right? Because like if we look up, that just means that we're having like a positive experience, or having a positive mindset, right? Because when we look down, like on ourselves or on other people or on a situation, we're kind of manifesting more of that into our existence. And I think this is reminding you that if there is a difficult situation, or it has been difficult and you're coming out of it, then you should be proud of yourself because you made it through. And the people that care about you in this world and in the next see your growth, see you as the person you are on a deep inner level, and how far you've come. So yeah, I think you have a lot to look forward to, Aries. And if this is you know, kind of transitioning from one life experience into the next with people around you, or if it's just simply taking a break and being happy, you know, to kind of have a little bit of alone time for a while and really ask yourself, like, what makes you happy? Because maybe whatever it was that you've been preoccupied with has, you know, progressed or left in some way, and so you're able to. Well, Aries, I think I'm going to leave it on that note. And I think this is really positive. If you, like I said, if you've just come through the storm, I think things are looking up. I think you're going to feel more energized, and like I said, you're very accepting of the changes, because you can see that there's a new horizon. And support. So, Aries, that's your reading. And this, by the way, is a timeless read. So it's good for whenever you see this. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. If you enjoyed my reading and you feel like it could help someone, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.